Hey guys, I'm going to do a quick one today. I'm going to show you how to make uh, carbon paper so that you can draw something or print something off the computer, and then you can use the carbon paper underneath and you can redraw it. Might help if I point the microphone at least toward me. Anyways, I'm going to show you how to make carbon paper so that you can duplicate a drawing of something multiple times and it'll be an exact replica or an exact duplicate as long as you trace it properly. Now, this is a handy little light board that I bought on Amazon. Pretty handy. But sometimes if you're drawing on thicker illustration board or something like that, you can't always just put something on top of a light box or a light board and trace it. So you have to have some other method. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And to do this, you'll need a soft lead pencil or graphite stick. I'm using, this is a 7B, a 6B, or one of the Prismacolor ebony pencils. Those will work too. You need some tissue paper, and then you need a little bit of paint thinner, turpenoid, turpentine, odorless turpentine, whatever. Just make sure that you're in a well-ventilated area and you don't leave it uncovered for more than you have to. So first step, in my class, you'll use this, especially in a drawing and painting class, you'll use this lots and lots. So it's a handy thing to know, and it's a useful thing. I use it for other stuff too. So the first thing I want to do is I want to take my tracing paper and my soft lead pencil, and I'm going to just basically scribble all the way across. Now, sometimes when I do this, I get a little overzealous and I'll accidentally rip the paper. I'll try not to do that, but if that happens, it's not a huge deal. Now, because it's a soft lead pencil, it's going to go dull pretty quickly. That feels unsafe. Oh, here's my pencil sharpener. There we go. Sharpener back up. There we go. And get back at it. So again, I'm not trying to be nice and neat and clean when I do this. I'm just trying to get a lot of coverage. I'm trying to get it nice and dark. And it's dull again. That's the price you pay for using soft lead pencils. You get nice dark values, but they go dull pretty quickly. So you can see here I've scribbled. It's pretty dark. You can see it's even shiny in the light. There's so much graphite on there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some scrap paper from another lesson that I did earlier. I'm going to put that underneath. So like that, because this part gets messy. So I'm going to take some paper towel and I'm going to open up my turpentine. And I'm going to cover the hole. I'll flip it. 1, 2. Now it is soaking through the paper. I can feel my finger is getting some turpentine on it, but not a big deal. I'm going to wash my hands immediately after anyways, because I've already got graphite on them. So I've got a fair amount of turpentine on this. Now what happens is it's going to go, as I rub it, I'm going to see the change happen. So it's going to go from being scribbly and you'll see that turpentine almost liquefies the graphite. It's kind of like it melts it right on the paper for just a second, and then it pushes it around. So what you have afterwards is something that looks like this. And what that does is the reason we use the turpentine is it's less messy, and it kind of locks that graphite into the tissue paper so we can use it over and over and over again. So if I make one of these, I can use it for multiple projects. So if you're in my class, you're going to use this for multiple projects. So now you know how to make a carbon sheet. So what you do with it, so say I've got something awesomely amazing. I don't know. Let's say I'm doing a color wheel, and I've designed a tube of paint, and I want that to be my so that's is that anyways. So if I want to replicate this, if I want to duplicate this, I'll take my carbon paper. I should have a piece of tape. I'll take a scrap piece of tape because I don't want my tape to be too sticky. Actually, that tape is too sticky. So I'll stick it to my shirt. And what I'll do is I'll put the paint, I'll put my drawing, my original, where I want it. I'll tape it down, tape it in place. Then I can flip it back, put the carbon paper face down, flip it back, and now all I have to do is trace this. And as I press, I can even do this with like a mechanical pencil without any lead in it. As long as I'm applying pressure down, it's going to transfer. So I'm not going to untape it yet. I'm just going to open it up, check and see. And you can see that it transferred. So if I would have flipped it up and saw that something, maybe I missed the word paint in there or whatever, I could put the carbon paper back and flip it back. And I know that because it's still taped, because I didn't move that tape, that word, whatever, if I missed anything, it'll be right where it should be. So, yeah, that's how you make carbon paper, and that's going to be served. You're going to use that for a lot of stuff in my class. So there you go.